So here we are looking at the BPAX chart, ticker symbol BPAX. Had quite a few questions on this one today, and I can see why. Just explosive volume. I haven't really been following it, so I'm not sure what caused this gap down, but regardless, for the people that have been accumulating, it's really starting to pay off for them. So I just want to go over the charts. Kind of got a little interesting pattern taking shape here, and it also makes a good example of how you can kind of combine trend lines and moving averages in order to kind of quote unquote see the chart. The first thing I want to do though is just hop over to the weekly chart so we can, because I was looking at this previously, and there's a level of resistance here that we're going to want to keep our eye on, but I want people to understand where it's coming from. So you can see here back quite a while ago, but we had this little bottoming formation here, and like I said, this is a weekly chart. So basically 3 weeks in a row, you can see here the price went down and hit $1.29, or excuse me, $1.29, $1.30, 3 weeks in a row. So I'm going to change this line to red, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, but like I said, I just wanted to get that out of the way. So remember, when you see the red line, this is where it came from, just going back and finding this previous areas of lows back here. So let's go back to the daily chart now and come back in here some. So here we are, like I said, looking at the daily chart now. And like I had mentioned, by using trend lines and the moving average, we can kind of see that we have a bullish pattern here of a symmetrical triangle. Now the bottom portion of the triangle, the support part, is what I just drew here, being this trend line. You can see just as time's gone by, the chart has continued to put in higher low after higher low, so that's what's enabled me to draw this trend line. And just to see it a little bit better, you can see right here, could have probably drawn it a little bit better, but you get the point. Higher lows have been happening. And then we look down here and you can see this trend line here, the 50-day, sloping downwards. So if we kind of just imagine ourselves, we have this trend line here, this trend line here, and then you can kind of see where this symmetrical triangle is coming from. Some chartists might cringe and say, oh, that's against the rules, but for me it helps me just visualize what's going on. And it's getting good and tight in here. You can see between this trend line and this moving average. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it right now. $1.12, which is the value of the 50-day simple moving average, is the current level of resistance. But now going back with the break of this 50-day, the next level of resistance is going to be right up here at this $1.30 area, which is what we just found looking at the weekly chart. So with the break of $1.12, the 50-day, the next level of resistance is going to be up here at $1.30, and then after that, probably getting a little too far ahead of myself, but then you're looking at the next level being right here, much higher up around the $2 mark. So obviously one step at a time. If the price does decide to keep heading on upwards, that's where you want to see the bigger volume, the better. If the price decides to go sideways or maybe pull back some, that's where you want to see volume drop off. But that is where the chart stands. Great looking day here. We'll see if this volume can carry on to tomorrow and the rest of this week, but seems like some momentum is starting to catch on, so it'll be interesting to see how the price reacts when it gets up to this $1.12 region and up here around $1.30. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. It is all free, so I'd encourage you to go to the website, sign up, and see what it's all about. One more time, this was BPAX. Thanks for listening.